Somebody might ask me, why are we doing all of this? And my main job is looking after people and caring for the community, and that's what I'm primarily interested in. But this building itself is such a wonderful resource, and communities and people need places to celebrate their special occasions, but just to come together for ordinary community events. And this building, marvellous as it is set up for the perceived needs of the 1880s. It hasn't really changed, apart from putting in some heating and changing the lighting a bit. And we need to do stuff to make it easier for people to use. So whether it's the Legion needing spaces to dip the flags, or, well, shall I tell you a funny story? A phone call from a dance teacher who had nowhere at very short notice to hold her GCSE dance exams in. Could I help? And actually I couldn't, because our hall is small and it's carpeted. And I said, why did you contact me? And they said, well, the churches might be able to help. I said, try my friends at the Baptist. The Baptists had hired out their hall, but they just took all the chairs out of the church. And I want the flexibility to meet people's need for help. I want to be able to help couples who are celebrating their weddings. They say, well, the only reason we are not getting married is we can't find anywhere for the reception in budget. And I'd like to be able to say, come here as a community space, we'll have the service, take the chairs out and help you to celebrate your new lives together. Okay, so we want to be open for all, and one of the major features of this church is the number of steps. So people come up here, and that's quite hard work, especially if you have push chairs. If people have wheelchairs, we send them round the back, and that doesn't feel very good. But we'd like to throw the church open and have people come through all on the level into this church. But then again, you see, we've got steps. We've got this down here. So one lady was taken to hospital after she fell down there. Another lady was taken to hospital when she fell over this step. It happened 4 times in the 60s I've been here, but that's 4 times people actually damaged in this church, and we're desperate to make it safe while respecting the beauty and make it more flexible and available. These pews, which have been discussed such a lot, but they are really quite inflexible. They're from an age where we would march people in, sit them down and lecture them how they should live their lives. And life is not like that anymore. Church is not like that anymore. And they have these steps you have to step up to anyway. So we want to remove these pews, have a flat, level floor all the way through, and then actually we haven't made any decisions about future seating, but we've said we would very much like to have new pews which are comfortable, movable, flexible, hopefully stackable. And then week by week when you come in, you will see a church looking not dissimilar to this, but when it is necessary, if the Legion are doing, or something, if it's really wet and we have to hold the fete in here, or just we can't imagine all the situations, we've got and use this marvellous space for the community. It's not just for 1 hour on a Sunday, it should be in use every day for the widest number of people. And that's what we want to do. Okay, so one of our issues at the moment is that if you look over there, there's that little door, that narrow little door through into the exhibit. If people don't know the building, and especially if we've got lots of people, I've had services of 100 people and we said, let's give you refreshments, they can't physically fit in our hall. So in the new St Michael's, what we want to do is to have 3 new doors. When they're closed, they'll be white and it'll just look like the existing door here, and another one here, and another one here, so it'll still be a bride's church, but then when we're ready we throw open those doors and we walk through into a lovely, light, airy space which is welcoming, which is warm, which is stylish and is convenient, and it says, come through, you're welcome. And it's all on the same level and it's easy to access. Okay, so moving towards the front of the church, the idea is to keep the existing, because it's beautifully carved and we love it, but to have a new dais here. There's been such a lot of debate and consultation about the shape of that, but the new dais, some people say dais, comes out to about here, and then would have 3 gentle steps down, and so when we're doing Sundays, that would be wonderful. And then there will be a second level, which would be here. At this level here, so it would come out and to the dais level, then go on down. So there would still be a step here for people to nail to kneel at when we receive communion here. And that was felt to be very important. But then also in this area here where the choir stalls are, the idea is to have new seating which is comfortable but also movable. So the choir can sit here and stand facing that way if it's a major service, but for a smaller service, perhaps a dozen people, 15 people meeting during the week, we could turn the chairs around and have an area perhaps for a communion focused on the communion table here. Just again, having that flexible space, which says, we hope, open for all.